What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you episode 93 of the portfolio update. Hopefully you guys are doing awesome. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather this whole past week, but I have been trying to stay consistent with my uploads, so I am bringing you guys this episode, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did this past week as well. We finally paid off all our debt in M1 Borrow, and we're going to show you that, and I'm going to tell you guys the reasons why I went ahead and just paid it all off. But you guys know that every single week we come and kick off these scripts that I do have available for free, that you guys can check them out in the video description. But we check them out, we kick them off, and see how much our passive income continues to grow every single week as well. You know, we get to see how it gets affected by our monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, and if our portfolio was to go to a 40-hour work week. As you'll see, if we look at the quarterly dividends, you'll see that that is continually moving in the upwards direction, which is our goal. Obviously the 2021 Q3 will be readjusted. We're going to have kind of like a small correction in our dividend projection because we did sell out of AT&T a little bit, I believe May, so that is going to be affecting our dividends there, but we will just see a small correction, and then it'll eventually start picking and going in the upwards direction again. You'll see for the annual dividends, that's really awesome that I want to point out is in 2021 we've already surpassed our annual dividends that we made in 2019, so it's definitely exciting seeing what we will eventually see in a couple years. You know that we will be reinvesting this, and we are going to hopefully live off of these dividends. But real quick, since I'm already here, I'm going to go ahead and make a copy from this side, and this is just a copy that I make just so that I can see how much we made in difference in our dividends. So now they match up. When we kick off our scripts, we'll see how much they increased. Maybe overall in the scripts I might add a difference thing that will show us that. But let me show you guys the portfolio. As you'll see that the portfolio is at $185,209.82. Overall, we don't have anything in the cash balance, and if we look at the value over time, if we look at the 1 month, you'll see that we were moving in the upwards direction, and we had a small correction for the portfolio that we went down to like 179,000, but now we're starting to recover. For the quarter, you'll see that it's just moving in the upwards direction, but we'll see these volatile moments. But overall, the trend was going upwards. So you'll see that this was back in the pandemic with the crash of last March. But that has paid us very well because we were investing very heavy on that. We were buying those discounts for these great companies, but you'll see that overall we'll see these small corrections, but overall the trend is upwards. So definitely continue investing, take those opportunities when we see those red days, and they do pay off in the long term. I've been investing for about 2 years, and it has paid me off very well. If we look at the holdings, you'll see that unrealized gains were up about 65%. We were actually a lot higher, but I did take some profits. As you'll see, one of the things that I do want to point out, this past week Nvidia did the stock split, so you'll see that we are at 118 shares now. We used to have 29 shares, but Nvidia did do the split. Overall, we have about $4,157 invested in Nvidia. It's worth $23,260.80. And we did sell 10,000 worth of Nvidia and reinvested those into some utilities as well as some Apple. That we have about 215 shares now, which is pretty exciting. You'll see that Nvidia was trading around about $800 a share. After the stock split, it is trading at $195. So you just multiply that times 4, and that will get you about the current stock price before the stock split. But yeah, that's pretty awesome that Nvidia, we finally have over 100 shares. It's definitely still the same amount of value, it's just that we have more shares and the price did decrease. For the dividend, they do split that off by 4, so you'll see that we will get paid a little bit less. But after you add up all the shares plus the dividend split, it adds up to being the same thing. So there is no difference there. So I'm going to show you guys the activities here, which I will see. It was from July 19th, 2021. And if we look on the 19th, we did do, which I guess, let me make sure that it was the 19th. Yes, it was the 19th, and we deposited $10,939.46. This was actually to pay off the rest of the M1 borrow, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But yeah, we completely paid it off. We'll just have to, I think we have like one more payment, which is like $12 or so, which will show up in August, and we'll finally be debt free. So that'll be pretty awesome. And on the same day, I did end up doing one buy of $150, which is the $150 were from referrals. So this was for a couple people that did sign up. They used my referral link, which is in the video description. So M1 is running a promotion. If you sign up, you will get $50, and if you use my referral link, I'll get $50. So that is a pretty awesome deal. So if you guys have been interested in trying to try out M1, it's definitely a great platform that I really do like, which I will show you guys in a little bit as well. Now that I think about it, one of the things about M1 that's really awesome is that you could set up rules so that you basically drop money, or like, you know, you can set up a rule where it takes out maybe $50 or $100 every single week, and then it'll auto reinvest those into your portfolio. If you don't really care much about investing, you just want to let it grow over time. And my little brother turned 18 last year, and he signed up with M1, and he actually has a rule where he transfers over, I believe, $50 or $100. I don't know the exact number, but he has that rule, and every single week some of that money gets transferred into his Roth IRA account, and it gets reinvested, which is going to grow him really well. Snowball that I told him by the time he's 30, he's going to be really well set off. So it's definitely going to be really exciting, and M1, you know, does that all for him, because he's not the really type that likes investing and doesn't really want to spend much time, but he has those rules set up for it so that he continues to dollar cost average into his portfolio. And it's pretty exciting. We're gonna see 10 years from now where he's at. And again, you know, it's all for people that don't even care about investing. They just want to see their wealth continue to grow and grow. As you guys see that every single Sunday we come back and we see those snowball gains continue to grow and grow. But anyways, you'll see that on the 20th of July, we did end up getting the stock split of Nvidia. So basically they just added 89 shares, and then they readjusted the price of Nvidia. Then we deposited $100 on the 22nd of July, and we actually reinvested it that same exact day, which we did 3 buys. So the first buy was $20 of Realty Income. This was because Realty Income did pay us a dividend the previous week, and so that is what I plan to do. Every time a company does pay me a dividend, I will add $20 on top of it, and we'll reinvest it into that same company, which is just a way for me to try to hopefully reinvest and grow those positions much faster. Right now the goal is to try to get all my positions to pay me a minimum of $10 every time they do pay out. So that is quarterly, monthly, or yearly, depending on the company that pays out. But right here you'll see that we did buy $60 worth of Lockheed Martin, and that was the whole trade of $100. So this is actually it. We didn't get any dividends, but let's go ahead and kick off this little script that we do have. So this is completely free. As again, if you guys are interested, it's in the video description, I believe. You click on it, it adds up all the dividends in the activities, and we got $0 in dividends this week. But next week we will get a lot of dividends, especially JP Morgan's dividend that is coming up, which I guess if I show you guys here on the dividend payout, you'll see that we do have JP Morgan's dividend coming up on the 31st of July, which is going to be really exciting, and that's actually going to wrap up the dividends for July, and we'll see how much we make. So it'll be exciting. Then we're going to start off strong with Verizon on the 2nd of August. So that'll be pretty awesome. But one of the things I want to show you guys is the M1 borrow. So if we look, you'll see that we finally have $0, and the amount of money that we have borrowed, total interest that we did accrue, was $12.71. So we will have to pay this on the 4th of August. And again, a lot of this interest that I did end up paying a little bit back these couple months, I believe they will, well, I guess I will benefit from them, and when I do my taxes, we'll see what happens. This is my first time doing it, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. I think we'll see what happens with that one. But overall, the reason why I went ahead and paid off the M1 borrow is because it'll let me sleep better at night. Remember that when you do borrow money, is that it's a double-edged sword. You can double your gains or double your losses as well. So overall, the investments I had, they were always gonna be strong holds, but there is a lot of tension in the market about crashes, about corrections, and I just want to be well positioned, and where I will be taking this opportunity where I don't have any money invested, or I guess not invested but borrowed, where I can start buying the dip if something does happen. So right now the goal is to try to prepare and get my emergency fund beefed up a little bit, and have zero money in debt. So overall we were making money, because remember that we did buy JP Morgan with that investment, which was we were borrowing at 2%. JP Morgan's dividend yield was like 2.6 or 2.7 at the time when we did buy it, and so we were making 0.7% dividend yield on top of paying off the 2% rate, and that didn't even include the capital appreciation we've gotten from JP Morgan, which I show you guys here is that let me sort this by shares. So you'll see JP Morgan, we have 127 shares. We were purchasing it around 120. It's worth, I believe, well, I guess we're up 24%, and JP Morgan's trading around $150. So I could sell out, and we could have covered some of it, but I believe long term in JP Morgan as well, they did announce a dividend increase to $1 per share, so that is pretty exciting. And let me show you guys the let's see, the spend, well, I guess the rules. So if we look at, I've actually never set one up, but if you guys are interested, I can always play around with it and see. Okay, here we go. So you can set rules right here. So if you go to transfers and you go right here to rules, you can set up a rule and have it where it happens automatically. So if you want to set that up, let me know. I can make a tutorial on it, and I can look more into it. But overall, let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets so I can show you guys how much we made in projected dividends this week. So the first thing we're going to do here is, I'm here at the dividend payout. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off so we can see, well, any declared dividends. So get latest dividends, and hopefully this works, because sometimes a lot of people are using it and the site does block us, but so far it's been working lately, and it looks like it will work. And so we just give it a couple seconds. So there it goes, and we're going to see any new declared dividends. And all right guys, so it looks like we finally got the dividend increase from Bank of America, which is pretty awesome. I didn't get an email notification on that, but we already knew that they had already declared an increase. So it looks like on Seeking Alpha is already showing up, so that is pretty awesome. 16.67% Bank of America increase. And let's see over here. Yep, that is pretty awesome. Looks like we'll be getting paid JP Morgan again and Verizon, and we're gonna be starting strong on August. So that'll be exciting, seeing how this right here quarterly dividends turn out, because I know it'll be a small correction and then we're gonna move in the upwards direction. But overall here on the holdings, you'll see that this is my old format. I do have a new script that I've been working on. I actually, last week I didn't get to work on it because I was feeling a little sick. I'm still feeling a little sick. I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice as well. Sometimes I do, my voice does get a little bit soft and I have to stop. But I do have a current one in beta. So if you guys are interested, email me or message me in the comment section, and I'll let you guys take a look Let me show you guys the actual beta one, which I showed it in the last week's update, but this is the new one that will show in the holdings. You have your ticker, share, price, value, cost basis per share, and the really cool thing here is yield on cost and then dividend yield. So you'll see that on Apple, we are well, I guess our yield on cost is 1.13% versus the current dividend yield of 0.6%. So this was if you were to currently purchase Apple, you'd get a dividend yield of 0.6%. Our true dividend yield on cost for ours, because our cost basis is much lower, is 1.13%. So definitely let me know if you guys are interested in this. I can share it with you guys. There is a couple things that I do have hard coded. I need to figure out how to make it much easier for you guys to use, and so but I'll be interested if you guys want to see the beta version. But if we look back over here, let's go ahead and go over here to settings, and we're gonna see how much we made this past week. So I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna jump over to personal capital and grab our latest holdings from our portfolio. Alright guys, so we're here at personal capital, and I'm gonna sort this out by alphabetical order. So you don't have to do this, but I just like to have it in alphabetical order. Click this green button, copy holdings. This copies the content on this table into your clipboard, and then we can jump back over to the Google Sheets and right click, paste special values only, and then we have the latest version of our portfolio into our Google Sheets. If we go over here to holdings, which I guess let me double check here. One of the things is Nvidia, so we want to make sure that the dividend that Nvidia does pay out is readjusted correctly. So you'll see that Nvidia here for the latest dividends is at 4 cents now, so this did get corrected, which is pretty awesome. And that is one thing I do want to point out is if we jump over, so some of you guys use Track Your Dividends, which I also use it, but I don't use it as much. I prefer to use my Google Sheets much better. But you'll see that on Track Your Dividends, right here, my portfolio is up to date. My dividend yield is 1.49%. Yield on cost is 2.46, but annual income is incorrect. And the reason why it's incorrect is because if we look down here and look at Nvidia, you'll see here's the 118 shares, so that shows the stock split, but you'll see that apparently it's telling me that I'm making $76.12, but we are not making that much because we don't have, you know, enough shares to make this much amount of money. If we look at the portfolio here, you'll see, if we look at the latest holdings for Nvidia, you'll see that we made about 29. We had 29 shares before the stock split, and if we scroll over, you'll see that for the annual dividend, we should be making about $19.03, not $76 or so, whatever Track Your Dividends was saying. So that is incorrect, and we'll see if the actual scripts here on my Google Sheets actually picks it up correctly, which it should, because we checked on the latest dividends, it picked up the correct one. So let's go ahead and go up here to portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings, click on that. This will get wiped up, and it'll use the latest copy from our portfolio. We'll go over here to the dashboard, everything will get projected and see how much we made. So just give it a couple seconds, and there we go guys. So it says that we made a total of $2,695.46 compared to $2,687.57. So we went up quite a bit. So that is pretty awesome there. We are finally making $224.62 compared to $223.96. And for the week, $51.84. And this one was $51.68. And for the day, we went up by 2 pennies. Hourly, we're still only making 31 cents every single hour that goes by. And we actually went up 1 penny, guys. So for the hourly work wage, this was if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid at a rate of $1.30. So I guess the portfolio was doing a great job that they gave it a $1, well, not $1, but 1 penny raise. So that is pretty sweet, guys. But you'll see that this is completely different value compared to what Track Your Dividends says. Track Your Dividends says that we are supposed to be making $2,752, but that is incorrect. if we look at the holdings here, and let's check out Nvidia here. So Nvidia has the 118 shares, and if we look over here to the right, it still says the $19.03, which, remember guys, if the Nvidia does a stock split, or if any company does a stock split, you shouldn't see a difference. You should see more shares, and then the price gets readjusted. For the dividends does get split by the shares. So you'll see that even though we have 118 shares now, we still are making $19.03. So yeah, so definitely track your dividends somehow needs to get fixed. And so that's why I keep relying on my Google Sheets, because I know what's going on and I am able to fix any issues that do come up as well. You guys, if you guys always find issues, you guys let me know in the comment section, and then I always make sure to try to fix them as soon as possible. But this is actually all I have for you guys in the update. Let me know again if you guys want to see the beta version of that Google Sheets. I'll definitely be happy to share it with you guys. And if you stuck all the way to the very end, go ahead and drop your hashtag, let's see, hashtag debt free, because we did pay off our M1 borrow and we have 0 debt now. And next Sunday on the video, I might make a video on how I'm preparing for a stock market crash. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, and I will definitely make sure to make one. And again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't done so, and support the channel by simply hitting that like button. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.